Hey everybody, hope you're doing well, hope you're happy. I have been really enjoying I'm just looking out my window, the start of the beautiful fall colored leaves. It's the season for that. October is such a beautiful time of year here in upstate New York, and I think up in the Catskill Mountains, which is a higher elevation than us, it's colder, so the leaves turn color faster than here, but apparently they have had their glory days and are kind of finishing off on them now, so we get them down in the valley now. Very, very beautiful. Anyway, so I've been thinking about a lot of stuff, but today I kind of wanted to talk a little about wanting to be famous. I mean, I don't really want to be famous. That sounds so silly. But who wants to be famous? Because it basically seems like everybody anymore. I mean, social media has made it at least technically possible for anyone to be famous, at least to get their 15 minutes more attention than they had previously. Can you sing? Let it go, let it go. Can you dance? I can't dance. Do you have a cute family? I sure think so. Can you do pranks? I can't stand them. Can't stand pranks. Don't play a prank on me. Can't stand pranks. Can you make people laugh? I can make myself laugh, so maybe that counts. Any of these abilities can potentially get you known, but why do people actually want to be famous? Money is definitely part of it, but I think it's probably a little bit more like the heady feeling of standing out in the crowd. The odd thing is that we know famous people are more likely to have complicated and messy lives. It's what the whole tabloid industry is built around, and yet we still are attracted to the idea of celebrity. Is the desire for fame always a bad thing? The quick answer from like a Christian perspective is yes, it is. Fame means elevating yourself above other people, which is the exact opposite of what Jesus tells us to do. We're meant to be humble and not exalt ourselves, but like anything to do with human nature, it is complicated. This is not at all an original insight, but it bears out that almost every human tendency or impulse that leads to evil is rooted in something good. The desire for fame is no exception. We're told in the gospel that unless we become like little children, we can't enter the kingdom of heaven. Now, what I've always understood that to mean is that we should be simple and uncomplicated and trustingly dependent on God as our Father, like children on their parents. We should be quick to forgive each other as children are and not hold grudges. And I'm sure it does also mean that. But in C.S. Lewis's, I think it was 1942 address, The Weight of Glory, I feel like I always talk about C.S. Lewis. Anyway, there's this part that helped me think about how there's a good and proper desire for fame or good report that is also integral to the childlike nature. I mean, if you think about it, there's actually nothing more childlike than the desire a child has for being praised by his or her parents. I mean, I remember how when I was a kid and how pleased I was that when I would do something good, like for once, and my parents would congratulate me and say, like, great job, Laura, or, you did really well, and whatever. And seeing it now as a parent myself, there's something very pure and beautiful about how happy Branson is when Chris or I praise him for something he's done, like cleaning up his room or making a picture for someone or holding the door open for someone without being asked. There's no vanity or pride like what might happen if someone told me a painting I made was amazing, because as an adult, I would most likely take it to myself, which is really the wicked thing about fame or even just human admiration. It can make you think that because you have a certain talent or ability, you're more important than other people, which is totally not the case. But this impulse is not that. And I just want to read from a section from that address I was speaking of earlier from C.S. Lewis, and I printed it out on a piece of paper today because I'm just like scrolling on my phone. It drives my eyes crazy. Anyway, so here goes. Apparently what I had mistaken for humility had, all these years, prevented me from understanding what is in fact the humblest, most childlike, the most creaturely of pleasures, nay, the specific pleasure of the inferior, the pleasure a beast before men, a child before its father, a pupil before its teacher, a creature before its creator. I am not forgetting how horribly this most innocent desire is parodied in our human ambitions, or how very quickly, in my own experience, the lawful pleasure of praise from those whom it was my duty to please turns into the deadly poison of self-admiration. But I thought I could detect a moment, a very, very short moment before this happened, during which the satisfaction of having pleased those whom I rightly loved and rightly feared was pure. And that is enough to raise our thoughts to what may happen when the redeemed soul, beyond all hope and nearly beyond belief, learns at last that she has pleased him whom she was created to please. There will be no room for vanity then. She will be free from the miserable illusion that it is her doing. With no taint of what we should now call self-approval, she will most innocently rejoice in the thing that God has made her to be, and the moment which heals her old inferiority complex forever will also drown her pride deeper than Prospero's book. Perfect humility dispenses with modesty. If God is satisfied with the work may be satisfied with itself. So, I hope that this will be true for me, and I also hope that it's an encouragement to you in your own quest for fame. So, I just really like that line. Perfect humility dispenses with modesty. So, there's a lot we can learn from this. Anyway, I hope you all have a great week, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again, and I'd love to hear what you think about this in the comments below. So, stay happy, stay well, and bye.